Between the heroics of World War II and the debacle that was the Vietnam War, America was involved in a conflict that has been referred to as the Forgotten War. This Forgotten War is the Korean War, and it lasted from 1950 to 1953. Over 35,000 American soldiers lost their lives, and over 8,000 are reported missing in action. To the families, loved ones, and fellow soldiers of these casualties of war, there is no such thing as a forgotten war. This is one soldier's memory of that time.
My title, my job, that job I got in ration breakdown, was Senior Engineer Supply Sergeant. In fact, my desk in the tent had Senior Engineer Supply Sergeant, because if they knew I was a corporal or a private, they wouldn't pay attention to me. So I had to order them around like I was ordering somebody else around. Well, I was in the 62nd Engineer Battalion, and that's what we did. We built bridges, we built hospitals, and that was the second part of my career in the Army. Everybody had the guard duty, and we used to, like I said, we built bridges, and sometimes if we were pouring cement or something like that, we had to guard them at night. And if we stayed out, we had to be concealed most of the time, because if we got out, they'd be firing at us. They'd fire at us, but they wouldn't do anything to anything we were building. I don't believe a Korean ever blew up a bridge. And every time we moved, if we moved our things, we blew up the bridges we built, because we didn't want them using our bridges. And they wanted to use our bridges. That's why they didn't blow them up. I was over there 18 months. I was in the Army for 2 years, and I spent 18 months in Korea, almost to the day. I had lights out. Okay, you're living in tents. Probably that's one thing I didn't like at all. We lived in tents, and all the tents did not have what they call winterized tents, where you had something on the floor and this and that. We had dirt on our floor. Okay? That when I got back, a lot of the kids I knew, they had moved out and moved away, and I think I knew one kid when I got back, and he had joined the Coast Guard, and I saw him, and every once in a while, even today, he'll call me, but we don't even get together much. Positive prospect of this was that I got out alive, okay? A lot of people didn't, and I didn't have to fire guns or anything, but I had them fired at me. I had to start all over, I had maybe 1 or 2 friends that I had. I was ever able to contact and get along with. All of them were married.
Dan Heinley returns often to this peaceful place to remember his time in the war, his comrades, and that freedom comes with a price.